I have eaten a lot of things in Cambodia, a number of things that probably aren't the recommended to eat list, but I kind of had this philosophy that food is not always healthy. It's not always in the shape that I might have anticipated, but the heart was what I wanted to try and respond to. So, some people might be preparing meals. I am not gifted in the preparation of meals, but I am gifted in the purchasing of meals. So here's some food that I purchased yesterday. So what I've got here, it's a soto rendang. This you could have probably any meal. I like to have it for lunch myself. If I think about Indonesians, I think it's more that there's a sense of welcome. You know, I don't get the feeling that if I turned up at someone's door that they would turn me away. Or there's a sense that guests are to be treasured. So you've got your soup kept separate so it doesn't kind of ruin the noodles, and I will heat that up. And then in here I've got, there's also a bit of lime to put on top. And then all these things, sometimes you don't even need to heat them up. Sometimes the soup is just enough scissors. I think a difference I see in Australia is we tend to make a plan and then invite a friend over, and it tends to be more planned and smaller groups. Hospitality is a bit more spontaneous, like you're together and you go for lunch, or you just turn up at your friend's house because you've been thinking of them and you do stuff together. Let's give that a crack. So if I'm already going somewhere with you, we bump into someone, of course we invite them to come with, and it works out, and it's okay to do things spontaneously. This one also has quite a lot of chili, and I do love, it's not technically just chili, it's sambal, which is Indonesian chili mixed with garlic and ginger, and it's really, really good. But I'm going to put it on the side and add it to taste, because sometimes at lunchtime it can be a bit strong for me. If people are visiting you and they want to talk about something, knowing that this will take, you just give people time. And if it's an important conversation, it could be a lot of time, like not 15 minutes, but hours. You could be chatting for hours. And they may or may not ever directly say what they're coming to talk about, but you're just giving people time and you're talking about things you have in common. And if there is an issue they want to raise, maybe it's a question, maybe they're seekers, or maybe there's been a little bit of an issue that they want to raise with you, that might come up very, very, very late in the conversation. And so kind of putting yourself at ease is important, rather than, I think, trying to, so why are you here? So all the sambal will go in. I've got now my bits of beef in there. And I will squeeze in the lemon lime, because that brings out the flavour. Oh, so well. I think in Australia we're a little more time orientated, so our sense of hospitality is quite contracted. I often have okay, it's so great that we're having lunch together, but I've got another appointment in an hour and a half, which is what I did to you today by accident. But, that's very Aussie. I think hospitality is about food, it's about giving people attention, but also in Cambodia and Indonesia, it's very much about time. And that is an adjustment. Fried shallots. They just make such a difference. I think that wherever we are molds who we are, but it also molds how we see the Lord. And so every place I've lived in Australia and the places I lived in Indonesia and Cambodia, I feel like they help form me as a believer. I think I see parts of Jesus and parts of who God is that I would never have seen if I hadn't had that friendship with them. So I guess mostly I am thankful for the hospitality that they have extended to me, and it makes me want to be hospitable to others as well. These are a few of my favourite foods. The Lord is amazing, right? And we learn so much about Him from each other, and I'm just really grateful for that.